Talking Cougar volleyball with the head coach Melinda Raya Washington of the volleyball squad here on a 10-game winning streak, I think it is.
Sure.
Down the street. Sure. They're winning. Remember,
Sure.
we're going hour by hour here, Cosmo.
That's
Don't
right.
matter. They're just winning.
I'm looking ahead.
Obviously, one of the things that was talked about for many, many years around with is the regular season conference streak that was snapped earlier this year and part of that transition. I know, I can't kind of bring it up. But a chance for some revenge on Freed Hardman, who had a little upset of their own in the tournament. They're the 5 seed, and you guys will play them next. Talk about the revenge factor. Probably isn't as big as more for the fans than for you guys.
Yeah, we played them really early. We didn't have any scouting report going in. We knew they had one hitter that was dominating them, and we just knew we needed to stop her. Went in down there, had played a couple matches, and it was a long trip. We weren't quite ready. It was our first trip out. Did not play well down there, but in hindsight, we had 2 outside hitters playing that are no longer our outside hitters. Sarah Schwentker was playing libero at that point. It was really strange. So everything has changed. Everyone other than the middles and the setter are in different positions now, and we kind of got that hammered out a couple weeks after we played Freed Hardman. So it'll be a different look for us, at different matchups. The girls are thinking revenge, of course,
Sure.
and more redemption than revenge, because it was not a real emotional game. We made a lot of errors and didn't play well, and there was really not a lot of emotion involved. So I think it's more, we need to redeem ourselves more than revenge, I guess, in our eyes. Yeah. So, but everything has changed. We were in a situation there. We were still trying to figure out what was going to happen. We'd lost both our outside hitters, in Simpson and Severina right before the start of the season, and we were on our first road trip, and still, I feel like we still should have won that match. We just didn't play well. So we need to play better. We need to execute on our side of the net and make sure we're ready to play, because they're going to bring an energy, I'm sure.
And then Park, who's right there at the top of the regular season at 10-1 with you guys, a team that you beat. They're in the other bracket along with Missouri Baptist, and they've had some solid squads over the last several years, and they're sitting right outside that top 25 with the receiving votes. So again, building up the AMC conference in a solid match for these semifinal matchups. No matter who you get, it's going to be a heck of a matchup.
Missouri Baptist is really overlooked, and I feel like Freed Hardman's in that same boat a little bit. As a national Raider, both teams have really, they started out, they had decent seasons, but then their strength of schedule. Neither team has played ranked opponents, so there's no way to get them in the ranking. And as other teams are winning and playing ranked opponents or mid-level teams in the 15 to 25 range and getting wins, those teams are bumping up and they're just slowly falling out. So I really feel like those teams, had they played a little bit stronger schedule and gotten a couple of key wins, would probably be in the top 20 to 25. So. And
there was, excuse me for interrupting, there was, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit of a change in that overall mindset nationally on the rankings, that you are rewarded more for playing some ranked opponents rather than loading up with some softer schedule and then having an impressive record on paper. But really, when push comes to shove, as far as the competition that you've beaten was not necessarily top ranked. Yeah, in our ratings committee, it was really emphasized this year, you got to have strength of schedule. We did not move to a point system just yet, but they're still talking about it, giving, weighing, putting weight to the strength of schedule that you play. And I think that the Raiders are doing that, not on a point system, but they are awarding higher ranked to teams that are playing tough schedules. You've got teams in there 7, 8, 9, 10 losses, but still in the top 15. And teams going out, we're having to really travel a little bit more in our situation. There's some regions that have chosen not to do that, and they're not in the rankings. So it's very important to play a tough schedule. And unfortunately for us, it gives us some tough matchups in our conference that aren't getting votes. Right. And in the conference tournament, but now the big important one, if it comes down to the top seeds playing each other, yourself and Park, that game has even more meaning. Obviously, the conference victory is huge and a nice feather in the cap on the resume of the program, but the opportunity to leapfrog Park and get into that spot of avoiding a first-round playing game on the 23rd would be huge. Yeah, we really put things back into our own hands. We're back in control of our own destiny a little bit here by reaching the 12, 11, 12, 13 spot in the ranking. And I positioned the girl, I let them know weeks ago, this is the situation you're in. If you get these wins against Bellevue, Briarcliff, those were important wins. Getting the win against Missouri Baptist,
Park and William Woods in the conference, the 2, 3, and 4 seeds, were very important, positioning ourselves to get into that situation where we have control. And right now, if we win the next 2 matches, we're most likely will jump into that top 10 and get a punch to the final set.
And explain how that works with the national tournament. The top 10 plus the hosting site team gets basically a first round bye.
Yes.
And that's something we've kind of grown accustomed to
Yeah.
being given as an early Christmas present, but with the early season adversity. But that's obviously crucial. There's less travel, less preparation for another match right at the holiday break.
Yeah, it's changed over the years. We've used several models. There used to be a region, what we called a regional. Then it went to no regionals, and we just used the national rating and used at-large bids in. Then we added back in the play-in rounds a couple years ago, so we're back into the play-in situation for the national tournament. So right now then we went to 6 pools at nationals last year instead of just 5, which punches 12 to the final site. The 12th being the host school, which is Briarcliff out of Sioux City this year. So the top 11 out and Briarcliff will get automatically to the final site. And then the rest will be either play-in matches and a few at-larges left.
Yeah, anytime you can play one less game that has the potential to end your season, the better off you are on many levels, both the student athletes as far as their classroom time and on the volleyball court. You can concentrate and rest up a little bit and gear up for the tournament when that opening. Just the opening round of pool play itself in Sioux City is a grind and a half.
It is. Pool play, it's a much better. We've been in the championship 6 times, I think, since I've been here in the national championship game. And I mean, it is grueling. It is grueling. You get through your pool play games, and then you go into quarters, semis, and finals. And, the semis and the finals are all in the same day. Last year we played Texas Brownsville in the morning. I believe it was an 11 o'clock match. Went 5. The match lasted an incredibly long time. Everybody used their timeouts, and it was just long game. We ended up winning in 5, had time to shower, eat lunch, get back to the hotel for our scouting report, and back on the court to play the national championship. So it is grueling. It's a really tough schedule as it is. And to add another play-in game and more travel potentially is just, it would add a lot more.
Now, has scheduling changed on that semifinal matchup? Will the games be played at the same time?
I proposed it last year at the convention, and we did get that passed.
Okay, did get passed.
So they will play at the same time on 2 courts.
I understand from the tournament's sake of showcasing all 4 teams and having their own moments, if you will, for everybody to be able to see the final 4 teams, but it just it didn't seem right to have one team playing at 11 and another at whatever time it was, 3 o'clock or even later. So that's knock on whatever that we need to worry about that.
We hope we're in that situation.
What player, as we wrap up here a little bit talking Cougar volleyball, and again more on the team and all the brackets and the tournament play and a preview to the national tournament site, all kinds of great links and stuff online that Jake and Cindy and Brian have up on the website, ColumbiaCougars.com. If you had to pick 1, maybe 2 or 3 of your players at this point in the season heading into the tournament play, who is your MVP and who is your most improved?
Wow, that's a tough one. Most improved, definitely Paula Rosa on the outside. Paula has really come a long way from coming out of junior college where they ran a completely different system, different style of play. She's had to adjust just about everything. In the last half of the season, she's really come on. She's actually now overtaken our kill leader. She's now our kill leader. Bringing her hitting percentage was a little bit in the tank early in the season. And she's still in the process of recovering that hitting percentage, but her games, the hitting percentage per match here late in the season have been good. She's really been improving steadily. MVP probably Trinity Ojo. I mean, all season she's been doing her job. There's a couple matches she struggled in there, but you can't have a great match every night. But she's just been consistent with kills and blocks all season and controlling the net.
And as the Cougars move forward, obviously, as we talked about, the goals every hour, every couple of minutes or so, and focus on the AMC tournament and then see where the chips fall as far as the ratings are concerned, and then start getting ready for hopefully that opening round bye and a trip to the national tournament once again.
Hopefully so. That's what we're working for.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck down the stretch, and we'll be talking soon about another trip to Iowa.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Melinda Roy Washington, Columbia College Cougars. Thanks for watching Cougar Coaches Show here on Mediacom Channel 22.